Hello! Today we are going to clear up a very common point of confusion in home projects and construction: the difference between square feet and cubic feet. By the end of this video, you will be able to tell exactly which one you need and how to switch between them. Think of it this way. Square feet measure flat surfaces, like a floor you want to carpet. Cubic feet measure space or capacity, like the amount of water in a pool or mulch in a bag. Let's start by visualizing square feet. Square feet measure area. This is a two-dimensional measurement because it only considers length and width. Imagine you are buying a rug for a room. You measure the length of the room and the width of the room. To find the square footage, you simply multiply these two numbers together. In this case, 10 feet times 12 feet gives us 120 square feet. Notice how the shape is flat. There is no depth or height involved here. We are only covering a surface. Now, let's add a third dimension: depth. When we talk about cubic feet, we are talking about volume. This is a three-dimensional measurement. It's used for things that fill up a space, like dirt, water, or the air inside a room. To calculate cubic feet, we take that flat area we just talked about and multiply it by the height or depth. The formula is length times width times height. If our previous room has a ceiling height of 8 feet, we take our 10 by 12 floor and multiply it by 8. That gives us 960 cubic feet. This represents the total amount of space inside the room from floor to ceiling. Sometimes you will have the area of a space, but you need to know the volume. For example, you know your garden bed is 50 square feet, but how much soil do you need to fill it 6 inches deep? To convert square feet to cubic feet, you multiply the area by the thickness or height. However, there is a catch. Your height must be in feet. Since 6 inches is half of a foot, we use 0.5. 50 square feet times 0.5 feet equals 25 cubic feet. So the rule is simple. If you have the flat area, just multiply by how deep or high it goes to get the volume. What if you have the volume, but you want to know how much area it will cover? For example, you bought a large bag of mulch that contains 9 cubic feet, and you want to know how much ground it will cover if you spread it 3 inches thick. To convert cubic feet back to square feet, we do the opposite of multiplication. We divide. First, we must convert our thickness into feet so the units match. Since there are 12 inches in a foot, 3 inches is 3 divided by 12, which is 0.25 feet. Now we take our volume and divide it by that height. 9 divided by 0.25 is 36. This means your bag of mulch will cover 36 square feet at a depth of 3 inches. In short, to go from volume to area, just divide by the depth. To wrap up, let's review the key differences and the conversion steps we covered today. Remember the visual cue. A square is a flat sheet, while a cube is a box you can fill. Here is your conversion cheat sheet. Square feet times height equals cubic feet, and cubic feet divided by height equals square feet. Before you start your next project, always ask yourself, am I covering a surface or am I filling a space? To summarize, we identified square feet as area, which is length times width. We identified cubic feet as volume, which is length times width times height. We learned to multiply area by height to get volume, and to divide volume by height to get area. If you keep your units in feet before you multiply or divide, you will get the right answer every time. Great job today, and good luck with your measurements.